metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is Jose and broadcasting the known land, ladies and gentlemen. Tommy C. Shot from the point. My point man today is none other than I don't have any other one-legged friends besides you.
Well, that's great. I'm one of a kind. You know?
Yeah, it's cool.
My leg is one of a kind.
Yeah, sure. Did you save it for parts or anything? Like, did they use it? Did you donate it to something, or is just had to throw it away?
No, they threw that bitch in the incinerator while I was asleep.
Incinerator?
I didn't even have a chance.
Did you ask like what happened to it?
You know, I was kind of like my mind was somewhere else at that point. So
did you have a name for it? Like, did you call him Joe? Some people name their limbs.
Where's Roger? Yeah. Where's Roger, doctor?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, I'm so happy today. I'm making fun of my friend's appendage missing. That's what a good mood I'm in. Glad you're here for another episode of Shot from Point, where we talk about the internet and all the hijinks that goes on. Couple announcements before we go. I've seen your comments about not having hard times like we used to. I've got even more information that's a little farther away than we thought. Let me give you an idea. We worked a little bit on the, and we're getting close to filming, on the Mama Max video. And yes, I am a little distracted by Glory Hunters, but I'm getting that into a place where it's a template. So that should be good to go. And I have mad doctor's appointments this weekend, so we're probably not getting any work on it this weekend, but once Glory Hunters is in place now, we had our first stream yesterday for being absolutely nobody in the football community. I was so happy. I even kept the same clothes. I slept with this. I was so happy. I'll put my screen on for you. I actually slept with it. And for nobody, we actually cracked 23, got some 300 views, and just about to get 100 subs that quick.
There you go.
That quick. And I know most of you guys aren't football fans. In fact, I think a majority are Americans. So I was like, screw that stuff. The stream was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Biscuit Basher's also on that team. He kicked ass. Green Man kicked ass, you'll never believe this. Green Man might be intelligent.
Really?
I'm not talking about his sports knowledge, which is autistically on the money. There might be something up there. There might be something I'm not even joking. We've had conversations now outside of football, and he has photographic memory, by the way. That right. I'm sure of. So I don't know if that makes him smart or just like kind of like like an X-Men, like a freak or anything like that. I shit you not. He may have big brain.
Well, it's quite possible he's been having these intelligent conversations this whole time.
Nobody would know.
Understand what he's saying. Yeah.
Nobody would know. And Green Man actually really killed it. And I couldn't be. Big shout out to my team over there. A lot of you guys, it was first time, like Eric and Joe, and they filled in with jokes and actual football talk. And then when the plays started to open up, I'd call attention to it. And I think the thing that makes this Glory Hunters podcast so different than the other football stuff is we have energy, like all the way through. Like a lot of these guys they have these fancy studios and they just sit there and twiddle their thumbs and check their phones. Something Green Man pointed out. And we have energy and jokes, and we're not selling out to the woke. I'm sure that'll be, if we ever take off, we're going to have to, they'll try to rein us in like they tried to rein me in when I was doing hockey. So we're basically going to go, we're not sellouts, screw you. And I consider Glory Hunters not a business, but a club. And we have our team. It's set. But yeah, we'll be covering a lot of different games in the watch-alongs, and you're going to be getting football updates from the channel. I think we may scrap, I haven't talked to Joe about this yet, but we may scrap the podcast, and you're going to be getting football updates with all sorts of football fans. Soccer for the football impaired. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. It could not have went better. And it's something I think I needed to feel a little more manly, I suppose. I think I need that. I think it's going to help me over here as well. Did Liverpool or Manchester? When Manchester shockingly won 2-0. 2-1? 2-0? It is 2-1, excuse me. That was the final score. Interesting game. I don't want to get too much in that. But yeah, if that's something you're interested in, we're really aiming at not a particular, if you're just one club guy, probably not for you, but if you're an international guy, we're covering the gambit. And yes, me and Biscuit Basher may be doing impromptu MLS games as well. So in stateside stuff. So if I'm up late one night, I can say, hey, Biscuit, you want to do a game? And then we do a watch together. You know, so it was just, it was nothing but fun. Eric De Niro, first time doing a stream, killed it. And everybody killed it. Optimus killed it. It's perfect. You know what me and Optimus did all day? We worked on things like logistical stuff.
Yeah.
And he's been a huge help. So it's nice to have the Funzy thing. I think poker filled that a little, but it's a money drain.
Right.
But there we go forward. So today we're talking about Andrew Tate. From what I can see, Andrew Tate is the latest victim. He's being Alex Jones. Would you agree?
Yeah, to a certain extent, I'd say. I think with Alex Jones, though, he's kind of the whole lawsuit now kind of bitten him. Like, that's not the best comparison now.
No, it's the greatest comparison. I'll tell you exactly why. We have big tech colluding to deperson somebody in a public way.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. Now, as far as the lawsuit, I don't think it really has much to do with it. You know, I don't know if you know this, but if you get sued, Matt Penn, it doesn't mean if you commit a crime, it doesn't mean you're not allowed on the internet anymore. In fact, the only thing that I could personally agree, and I don't think this counts legally, is if you're some kind of kitty fiddler. Maybe you shouldn't be on the internet, or at least certain spaces there. I could go for a law like that, but as it currently stands, if you do the time for kitty fiddling, you can go on the internet.
Yeah, you can direct movies.
Yes. Start a daycare.
Yeah.
You know. You do all sorts of wonderful stuff. Boy. But yeah, I guess let's go into it. Let's get into it right now. It's too funny.
You can start a Star Wars channel.
Yeah, whatever happened to that? I had a great intro for that, by the way.
Yeah, you did.
I really did. Too bad.
I'm glad you've gotten farther in the soccer podcast than you have in the Star Wars. You know, there's been betting on how far you would get. And
oh no, I think this is permanent. This is permanent because even if it doesn't take off from a financial point of view, I need this. You know,
right?
And I gotta be honest with you, is like, well, I probably could start hanging around. I'll always be a foreigner here. I will never be allowed into their circles, football circles and stuff like that. There's a lot of drinking that goes on, and it's probably a little too much for me at this point in my life. You know, I do limit my alcohol, even though I'm the drunk uncle of YouTube. I'm not as big a drunk as maybe I once was. I don't think I ever was the most I ever drank when I was on the show is when Doc was here. When I started going on once a weekend, I was going out to a bar by myself. I stopped doing that since the pandemic started. Been to a bar 4 times since the pandemic let up. Shame. Andrew Tate gets banned from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok for violating their policies. Andrew Tate, an influencer and former professional kickboxer known for his misogynistic remarks, has been banned from Facebook. Now, the first thing I saw is that he said that COVID was a sham, but he didn't say it was a sham in the sense that it wasn't real. He said it was a sham. He was alluding to the way it was handled, which objectively was a sham at this point.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, he lost his. Well, this is misinformation. This is why he lost his Facebook thing. I'm like, no, it's not. It's opinion. See, and I really think that's where they're going with this stuff. That's wrong think. That's not even misinformation. Right. That's wrong think. You're allowed to think the election was stolen. You're allowed to. Might be a little crazy, but you're allowed to. You're allowed to believe that that the way COVID was handled was abominable. I would certainly, I would be perfectly happy with Dr. Fauci dying in prison. I would love to see that. But, you know, you get to the point, and then all these other companies, TikTok, are you kidding me? Well, he's a misogynist. You have every right to be a misogynist. Well, these are private companies. They can do what they want. Well, here's another problem with that. I think that argument has been killed. We've had Jen Packey, what was her name? No, you're hurt. Well, actually, let's get sympathy points and potentially donations. Oh, my God. My alert box. Come here. Get in here. I want to show everybody what happened to you. My son, everybody. Come here. Here we go. Oh, no, that thing doesn't work at all. All right. Let's go here, then. Come here. Come on. Tell everybody what you did.
I fell on a little. There was a little stair, and then I fell off of it.
Yeah. Show what the doctor gave you. Doctor gave him a cane. He has a bruised foot, a severely bruised foot. All right. Well, get to bed. Do what Green Man told you, and put your butt up on the stairs, one stair at a time. All right. If it hurts.
I know.
All right. Green Man told me that.
The doctors in Germany really take care of people. I have one leg and I don't even have a cane.
You don't even have a cane? You want me to send you this one?
Yeah.
If you want to, go ahead. Yeah, I'm waiting for him to go upstairs, and I'll give you a little insight in that. Have a good one, Tommy. I love you, brother. Or buddy. He's not my brother. He's my son. I made him. Here's the thing. I woke up this morning, and I saw that cane. I was like, really? And he loves the motherfucking thing. I could tell. So I knew I had to kind of carefully walk around this. Especially since when he told me he was hurt, I thought it was bullshit to begin with. So I had to be careful with this. So he's legitimately hurt. He's got his toes look like fingers. They came, but I asked my wife, is this really necessary? And my wife says, I don't think so. The doctor says his prescription or recommendation was being spoiled all day. And Tommy took that shit literally. And he was supposed to be playing football and running around and shit. So now he's tiny motherfucking Tim. Can I have some more? So we've been serving him because he's not in school. We've been serving him all day, and I told him, I said, this is gently. I was like, look, if you need the cane, use the cane. If you don't need the cane, don't overuse it, what have you. He's like, I need the cane. But they over-treated him. And my wife works during the day at home, so this was fun. This was a fun one. So, all right, back to Andrew Tate. I think how's the chat? Everybody's laughing? Okay. Well, there you go. That's the way it is. Back to Andrew Tate. And Meta, the parent company, Facebook and Instagram. Oh, so they're together. Confirmed to NPR that Tate had been banned from his platform, violating his policies regarding dangerous individuals and organization and hate speech. Hate speech. Oh, so if you goof on women, that's hateful. They got him on that. U.S. government has to step in. And what I was talking about there, Jen Paskey, this is no longer a situation where you can say the private companies. If the White House is telling you have to do more, being purposely vague, and say you have to do more, and this has happened from the White House press corps before, they're basically telling them violate people's First Amendments on your end. Therefore, we won't get hit with any kind of, we won't run into the Constitution, and we won't investigate you. That's the problem with this. So I'm no longer buying this bullshit about private companies when the White House keeps saying, yes, they did make a good move by banning this person, by applying this policy, but they have to do more. More means silence our enemies. And what they do is they pick a total fuckboy douchebag, generally a guy that's probably not a good guy, like Andrew Tate, and you don't feel it. Well, it's Andrew Tate. Fuck him. Before that, it was Alex Jones. And it keeps going. And the White House does nothing. And nobody's concerned about this guy's First Amendment rights. Nobody cares. You know, a lot of the times when they see people are, you know, misogynist, racist, homophobic, it's subjective. It is not a fact. And the policies are deliberately so vague so they can kick you for anything. And then we see the collusion. Like, some guy said, what, he was kicked off of Fall Guys too? No, I'm just kidding. I saw a meme.
OnlyFans, Fall Guys. Blocked by Nicholas DiOrio.
Did Twitter get in this too?
I don't know. I don't even know. I think wasn't he already banned from Twitter?
Oh, okay. We continue to TikTok. TikTok's all NPR. They're the Karen company, a Chinese company. It should tell you everything. That permanently banned Tate's account. Misogyny is a hateful ideology and is not to be tolerated on TikTok. A spokesman told NPR, our investigation. Let me say. Ghosty. First was Alex Jones, Trump, Andrew Tate. Who's next? Well, it's not even that, too. I mean, you want to talk about Trump? How many people in Trump's cabinet were investigated and nothing came of it? Or were convicted of crimes that had nothing to do with Russia?
Yeah.
It's frightening. It's a hateful ideology. Our investigation said that our investigation into the content. No, I don't believe that any of these companies have. I don't think anybody's entitled to monetization as we continue to violate accounts, and I just don't believe this because how Instagram and Facebook are one thing. All right, and where else did he go? You're the guy.
TikTok and Facebook. I think that was the big three.
Tate drew internet fame after being removed from the show Big Brother in 2000. That show's still running, even in 2016. It's the worst show ever.
Yeah, it's been on for decades.
I thought it ended like 2003.
No, it kept going. There's so many spinoffs too. It's crazy.
Never watched an episode. Following a video.
Same.
Yeah, who could watch that shit? That service where he allegedly attacked a woman. Now, you did something with this on Dead on Dave, correct?
Yes. Yeah, we did. He did a Dead on Dave showed a clip of what seemed like a video, which seemed consensual, where the girl is saying stuff to the camera, and he goes.
I just wanted to say something about the video that's been released recently about me and my ex-boyfriend Andrew Tate. Andrew is my still great friend. What you guys saw in the video, it's just what we used to do. It was just pure game. He's a great guy. He would never hurt anyone unless he's fighting.
All right. So how the video's brutal. We can't even play it, right?
Yeah. He hits her in the face and like slaps her around and stuff. But from what she says, I guess it's like some weird fetish stuff. I don't know.
So consenting adults.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, believe all women, right? I mean, she's.
Yeah, I believe her. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Gotta believe her. She's a woman. Believe all women when it's convenient for the left's ideology. Tate claimed the video is a total lie. He tried to make him look bad and was edited. The BBC reported. The influencer permanently suspended from Twitter in 2017 after tweeting that women who are sexually assaulted bear some responsibility. Again, that's an opinion. That's an opinion. That's thought policing.
Right.
And I got news for you. You walk into a bad neighborhood provocatively dressed. Nobody's got the right to do that shit to you, but you do bear responsibility. I don't know, like playing touch football on the New Jersey Turnpike. If you get run over, nobody had the right to run you over. I mean, that's the way I see it. But you asked for it. I mean, this is just an opinion.
I think it was like there was on the 14th there was a teacher who came out saying like Andrew Tate is influencing my kids. My students are being mean to the girls. They're calling them
tough.
fat.
It's probably bullshit. Tough shit.
Well, that's what kind of started. Like that's what kind of started the whole domino effect. Where once that TikTok came out, it became more of like a
the collusion is what the government should investigate. So Keem took out this. Keem's really right on this. It's probably his best tweet ever.
The online world is a metaverse. It's in a alternative reality. I want you to imagine in the real world there is an evil.
What is he fucking Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
What is it? I want you to imagine there's an alternative world. What was that? It was Rod Steiger, not Rod Steiger.
Yeah, it was Twilight Zone, right?
Yeah, what was the announcer? I want you to imagine.
Was it something Sterling?
Rod Sterling.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Great fucking. Hated commies too.
Dictator, and this evil dictator is doing horrible things in his country, and he is getting criticism from opposing politicians and the journalists within the country. How the evil dictator responds.
I can't believe that we're only pulling 122 for this.
I got 161.
Really? I mean, maybe just come in. I'm shocked. I'm generally shocked because this is all over my feed.
And we've seen this all throughout history is by arresting those opposing politicians and those journalists and killing them, silencing them, so they can no longer oppose the evil dictator's views. Famous comedian Dave Chappelle once said that Twitter is not a real place.
Is Augie streaming?
Nope. No.
What the fuck's wrong?
What he was referring to is that the online world it's a metaverse. It's an alternative reality. We don't even communicate online like we would in the real world. And online, there are dictators, those that are in power, those that are in control. And when they get criticism, when their worldview is being opposed, they also arrest and kill those people.
Sounds like Ackman and Quantum TV, both of them. Little dictators of their own country.
Yeah.
They do it by banning them.
That's it. Keem is like dead on the money. You know, this idea that, you know, you could just like, it's so fucking frustrating, like listening to liberals say that, because this is like the bane of their existence. When people would just get censored for any fucking reason.
Internet, man. I mean, we used to be so much harder than we are now, right? We had Leafy, Grade, Keemstar, Halo lobbies, Call of Duty lobbies. But Andrew Tate, he was too far. He comes and says some crazy shit about.
See, I don't know. Like, I think Willie's picking the he's buying the narrative as it literally is presented. To me, this is remove people slowly until we can actually just get rid of anybody that opposes us. And you start off by picking off the detestable. So you can turn around and say, well, they banned Andrew Tate. Isn't he the same thing? Isn't he the same as Alex Jones? Isn't that fair? And so the lefties who can pretend to be for free speech can turn around and say something like, well, it is a private company. Because they have no principles.
How many men women can fuck, and everyone freaks the fuck out, we gotta ban him. Come on, dude. Is that seriously? Is it the state of the internet? We're that fucking soft now?
It's not about. See, I disagree with this. It's not about being soft. So I mean, I like why I probably the reason I'm not going to listen to this is because I know I'm going to agree with everything he says, but I don't think that's the. It's like when, oh, shit, I can't look at this tweet, unfortunately. Well, I must have to go to my soccer account, and I'll fix that. Good news, Andrew Tate was banned from TikTok. Bad news, he's going back to human trafficking women on his webcam sex slave dungeon. Here's another thing, too. Has he been convicted? Has he been charged?
He's not been charged, no.
So he certainly, if he's not been charged, he hasn't been convicted. Right? So I think that's irrelevant. I think that's absolutely irrelevant to the conversation here. Well, he did this, so he deserves not to be able. He hasn't been convicted of anything, so he doesn't deserve to talk. And you can make the argument, even if he was. You know, I kind of once you get out of prison, you kind of get your First Amendment back. Pour one out for the worst person on the internet. You're one of them, you fucking prick. Getting canceled by your own people. Regarding essay, no sadness on Tate's ban, but he's 1 in a million, and cancer like him are pushed on algos all the time, sadly selling pickup crap and courses. A completely legal practice, by the way. I think it's fucking lame, too. I think it's disgusting that guys like Andrew Tate and Fuentes suckered all these stupid guys into this shit. When all they could really, what they really could just do is a bolt of confidence, picking up a gym membership and open their mouth. It's not rocket science. It takes balls, though. I don't like any of that. But you know who else do that? Women. Strippers. That's exactly what they do. They do the same. They do the exact same thing. They dress provocatively to make you tease. They might go to bed with you, they're not. And they grift off it. If you remember, that's the one disagreement I had with Jeremy way back in the day when he was on the show. He was like, oh, these cosplayers at Magic the Gathering, they're taking advantage of these poor young men. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Same thing with Andrew Tate. To a certain extent, same thing with, I resent it, but it's not any more credible than that. The strippers teasing that you're going to get laid, and so's Andrew Tate. What's the difference? One's a man. That's the difference. Kids fall into the trap, and one should really take the time to explain the differences between a man and a glorified internet pimp. Okay. One should question the social media algorithms that constantly push various channels that allowed them to propagate as much in a short time. Huh? If you got kids and they end up watching the scum dog and learning any ideas from them, you need to remind them, all right, fine, at least you're telling the family to do it. You need to remind them why this thinking is poisonous, their relationships with people around them. Fair enough. The views Tate has, I think he even believes himself. I agree. He is just using them to sap weak-willed morons to buy courses from him. Same thing with strippers and hookers and all sorts of other guys. The quicker you understand, the faster you can move on and be a real contributing person in the world in some way that everyone actually wants to be around. I don't get this. Just posting this because I hate to look aligned with that cuck. Also, fuck word limits. So I guess he stuck up for him and then said he was a bad guy because they bring up the non sequitur argument. But he's a bad person.
Yeah.
So this was the answer to he's a bad person, which is literally irrelevant to the conversation. Did he break the law? Yeah. Well, he's under investigation. Has that investigation resulted in charges or conviction? No. No. Is he a scumbag? Does he abuse women? Is he misogynist? Maybe. The worst crime, he's suckering men, young men. But, I mean, since when was that illegal? When did that start being... When do we start feeling sorry for guys that don't get laid? Isn't that the feminist favorite crowd to hate? It's like okay to hate incels?
Yeah.
Yeah, like since when do we feel bad for them? Oh, when it's convenient. Right. So Moody Hart's got to apologize. Let's see. Well, interesting feeling. Oh, when did he write that? Quitting coffee. Banning is dumb. The idea should be challenged, and he's president for me. That's the old way to do it. There, he must have took a lot of heat for that. Like, how many times do you have to say, "But I don't support his views"? It's irrelevant. They're censoring this guy. Big tech is colluding to silence a citizen. but he says misogynist thing. It's irrelevant. Andrew Tate is banning him dumb. If you actually believe bands doing something, it only amplifies a shitty message to more users. Well, they do something all right, but sometimes they can backfire. Shitty ideas should be counted with sound raising in the public eye. You know, I mean, it comes down to this. If Andrew Tate is selling this content, and as long as he's delivering the content, whether it works or not, is irrelevant. Whether that shit gets you laid or not, probably doesn't. I'm absolutely sure it doesn't. You want to get laid, fucking listen to Jordan Peterson. He tells you to fucking straighten out your life and get a job. That's really the easiest way to get laid. Get a job. That's it. Get a job, have a future. Get a job, have a future, open your mouth. Get a job, have a future, learn how to interact with people outside of this. That's it. That's it.
No, yeah, I agree. I think it's pretty common sense at this point, right?
Yeah. Listen to Jordan Peterson. Says you get a fucking job. The sex will come. If your life's... Here's the reason women don't want to fuck you, right? They're seeing you as... Not only are seeing you as weak, and I'm sure Andrew Tate would say that, but you can't provide anything. And by the way, that's not women being gold diggers. That's the laws of nature. If a fucking cat is missing a leg, that cat don't fuck. That's cruel. Well, I mean, yeah. Sorry, Matt.
There's a chance. No, there's a chance. There's always a chance.
You got a better chance of having a missing leg with a kid as a person. Yeah, there's a chance. There's always hookers.
Yeah, there's a chance. Don't cut the cat out. You know, he might have a shot.
Yeah. Who's he catching?
Time. I don't know.
Patience.
Patience. Like,
yeah. What else we got? What was this last thing you sent me? Let's see this horse shit.
This is the...
For fuck's sake. I can't believe nobody cares about this topic. Oh, well.
They care. I don't know what's going to... Something's happening. I don't know. This was like a big topic.
Yeah. What happened?
So I'm a teacher, and I teach 6th grade. We've been in school for 3 days now, and within these 3 days...
3 days? Oh, yeah. It's down south you guys start early, right?
Yeah.
All right. So September, like 5th or 6th is usually in New Jersey, New York area.
The amount of young 11-year-old boys that have told me that they love Andrew Tate is ridiculous.
They probably laugh at him.
This man is really affecting...
Is that really... That's not even believable. He's getting teenagers and guys in their early 20s. I think she's still lying.
The minds of young men.
Well, I mean, look at the way she's dressed. I mean, well, no agenda here. I don't buy that for a minute.
And I had a boy today.
Non-binary booty. You're teaching people? Or is this somebody? Yeah, non-binary. Yeah, okay. Sure. It's probably she's probably a plant.
11. Turn to a girl and tell her that she's fat. Women.
That never happened before Andrew Tate.
Need to be thin. She sits at home.
11-year-old boys don't think like that. They haven't gone through puberty.
And she eats all day, and that she's like every other girl in the world, and that she uses men.
This woman's Meg. I would bet my fucking firstborn that she's making this up.
To get money, and at least he's a hardworking man, and he works for his money. They're 11.
You're a liar.
Okay. You need to be aware of what your kids are watching, because this is ridiculous.
I asked my 11-year-old about Andrea Tate, and they said she's a fuckhead. What? Andrea Tate?
And it's really affecting kids, young kids. It's disgusting.
No, it isn't. He's a liar.
So does this teacher think like they went for summer break and they just came back like Andrew Tate?
Yeah,
fans?
this teacher is
the
a
summer of Andrew Tate.
This teacher is a political hack. It would only be teenagers and up. And Fucking 11-year-old still playing Minecraft, buddy. I don't buy that for a fucking finger snap. Oh, let's hear. The only reason that I could see an 11-year-old watching Andrew Tate, right? Because he mostly does podcasts, long form fucking entertainment. That's like bug spray for fucking kids at that age. Any kind of long, they need, in a world of TikTok and quick and this, that, I'm sorry. I don't believe that for a minute. The guy does mostly podcasts. If he started cursing or saying a lot of crazy stuff, they might show it to their friends. She's saying something that's almost impossibly, almost completely incapable of an 11-year-old boy. She's saying that they're taking in the ideology. I don't believe her. Andrew Tate, before Andrew Tate existed, there wasn't such thing as misogyny in school. Yeah, sure. I never said anything nasty to a girl when I was fucking 8. She's lying. She's a political hack. She's lying. She's lying. She should lose her teaching license. She should work in a fucking college. You know? Those who do work, those who don't teach. I don't know. How's that go? Hey, Tommy, can I have some money? Don't work. No. I'm low on money. I've been on vacation, and I have to go to the doctor's office, so I have to make less money. And, I have to switch my bank account, and it means I might have to demonetize a channel. Ugh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Fuck, can't wait for that. I'll tell you that later. It's going to be
Tommy
like...
bitches about money for a half hour.
I've seen me bitch out one. I'll be fucking mad. I gotta move accounts. It's a pain in the ass. I'm gonna freak out. I might have to like cancel my whole. I'll talk to. This is not for the audience, but I'll be all right. Ugh. I'm gonna fucking want to die.
You want to move on to Keffals?
See, I don't. Keffals thing is complicated.
What up, bitch?
And I don't have all the information. That was a joke, for fuck's sake. It wasn't funny. Get your own money. Get your own fucking money. Stop being so crazy and you'll find a man. There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so no Keffals. Do you want to...
Yeah, let's do Keffals. Let's do Keffals. This is really not shit kind of going on. Send me Keffals.
So, this is the update on Keffals. Keffals was swatted, right?
Mm.
And she put out after that, she put out another video.
What is this? I don't like this guy's content or his opinions, but what should we do? We could just be adults and not watch him and pay him any attention. Too easy. Cancel and ban. Because cancel and ban implies power. You can just get rid of people that oppose you. Just kind of what Kim was saying. If you could set the precedent.
After going public about being swatted up.
Jesus fucking Christ. Sounds like Tate needs to find God in the Canary Islands. Yeah. I didn't tell you guys to go to the Canary Islands. It's for me. Don't play me. I was like, I don't care if none of you motherfuckers go. Keffals is one of those frightening people. She literally looks like a Nazi concentration camp card. I mean, like does this look like the picture they took just before they put her in Nuremberg? You know, all those they have these pictures of women stone faced. Oh my God, I'm actually gonna be executed for this shit.
No emotion.
None. Probably planned too.
Just soulless eyes.
Yeah, really, she is. It is dead in there. I mean, it is dead in there. I've noticed that before. Let's see what she has to say. Things have escalated. Now I'm hiding. Good thing you brought your green screen.
On the night that I left my home after going public about being swatted on August 5th, the hotel I was staying at got doxxed.
She got somebody with a gun behind the green screen.
Decided to tell my supporters that I was safe by posting a photo of my fiance's cat on our hotel bed in my Discord server. The people who have been harassing me spent hours cross-referencing the bed sheets with other local...
I really wonder if that's true. I could see a landmark or something like that, and those guys are creative. But let's not remember, Keffals has no credibility, zero. And we've seen this with the far left before on YouTube back in Gamergate days. They claim they're being harassed when they're not. So, and she has a serious credibility issue. We do know about the fake DMs to Jeremy. We know how unhinged she is and how she behaves. So I don't know if I should believe this at all. Anyway, it only says believe all women. Think about that.
Hotels.
There isn't
until
a
they found a map.
there is a record of like the sheet getting swatted though. There was an article.
I
about
don't.
how the
There may be. So what? There may be a record of it. I don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth. Nothing.
Okay.
She tried to fake a fucking DM to make herself look better in a political thing. Her credibility is shot. She'll try to literally generate. She'll do an op. I think that's fair. Is that fair to say? Am I off here? She's willing to do an op.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's very
So
fair.
no, you lost. You lost. I mean, Christ, would you know? It would be like talking to Angry Slug and like, you know, I've changed my ways, you know, and like believing it, you know.
In the morning afterwards, 5 different pizza companies sent pizzas to my hotel room under
New York, I love that pizza.
my dead name. Obviously, it isn't the pizzas that are the problem, but it's the threat that they make.
You burn your tongue?
It's not the pizza is the problem. It's the
You bastard right-wingers, it's too hot!
Yeah, it's the price. 3 for $40. Come on.
It's fucking funny.
Inflation, am I right, guys?
Soulless. She looks psychotic. You know, I'm sorry.
Looks like what?
Psychotic!
What? Psychotic? Oh, okay. I thought you said she looked like Cabos. I was like, what?
Hey, look at that. If I stare at the camera, I can't. My fucking shit's not working, but I don't want to fuck everything up, so. Hey, she looks psychotic to me.
They know where I live and are willing to act on it in the real world.
Act on what? That doesn't make any sense. They know where I live and no, they're going to act on it. Act on what? Sending pizzas? Well, that's clear. That's objectively true. She's trying to be. This is a hostage video. And I think she may be leaning into it. Maybe I'm getting it wrong.
My fiance and I promptly checked out, and we are now living at an undisclosed location. I did
With a green screen.
not want to give my stalkers the satisfaction of knowing I was sent those pizzas. So I
made a YouTube video. No credibility, none.
never brought it up publicly. Despite that, one of the managers of one of the pizza companies, having recognized my name from all of the local media coverage, decided to call into London Police Service. I got a call.
London. Is she in Connecticut? Canadian,
No,
Canada.
Yeah. London, Ontario or something.
London, Ontario, okay.
Call on August 14th from the Hate Crime Division of London Police Service. They are now investigating what happened as criminal harassment and are attempting
Might be, in fairness to her. It's a no-go.
to trace the IP address of whoever sent those pizzas.
We did it with a fucking...
This is part of the same multi-jurisdictional investigation between London Police Service, Toronto Police Service, and Durham Regional Police Service.
We should have let off at this. It's much more interesting.
To track down the person
I tried to I was telling you about it.
Yeah. Yeah, but you told me that if you just told me we had a video, then I would have been all right.
who stole my identity.
Wait a minute. What's this? What's this? You said me something
yeah,
funny.
well, it's
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I thought. So this
You
guy.
all to know that I never plan to back down. I am never going to go away.
Shout out to that guy.
And then there, Nick did one as well.
Oh yeah, it's too funny. Yeah, you can't stand behind a green screen. You gotta do it black. Do a black screen because it's harder to fucking to key out. Nick did one. What are you saying?
What up, bitch?
Tink you. Keffals is officially a translocal.
Joshua, you are.
Oh God, that's
I
so
have
funny.
a couple of words for Joshua Moon. Joshua, you are complicit in making multiple people commit suicide. You have made enemies everywhere.
Whatever.
And used it to weaponize the emergency response team of the London Police Service to terrify me at best and kill me at worst. On July 31st, I received a call from Sergeant Nathan Gibson of Toronto Police Service, who informed me that there had been an attempt to swap me
First letter bombs, then anthrax, now it's evil pizzas.
in Toronto on a stalking and harassment
Good
forum
point,
known
yeah.
as Kiwi Farms. The users had narrowed down my address to one in London, Ontario, and one in Toronto, Ontario. The police sent SWAT teams to the addresses in both of those cities, including my home.
I was under the impression that the Canadian police, I know they are in Europe, when the swattings are a little more measured. when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, there's also some discussion on how she put it in her. When she first did her video, she said that she woke up to a gun in her face. So it made it sound like she woke up from her bed with a gun in her face. But it turns out she got a knock on the door, and the cops were there. Now, did they have a gun in her face then? I don't know. But
She's lying. I have no doubt that something happened, but she's lying. She's a fucking political operative. She's a far left political operative, and she's trying to normalize censorship. That's what she's here for. I've seen this is right out of the Gamergate playbook.
Because emails in my name were sent to local politicians making
She might be good at it. She had a personality.
threats of committing mass violence. I've since talked to the elderly Italian man who shares my last name and lived at the
Italian
address that got swatted in Toronto. He had nothing to do with this. And innocent people are being hurt in an attempt to hurt me. This needs to stop. The common denominator between me getting swatted, the pizza pranks, and the elderly man in Toronto getting swatted.
5 pounds. Congrats to Ralph and Keffals and the happy marriage.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Ethan Ralph is backing Keffals.
On this?
Oh,
yeah, back.
Ethan Ralph hates Kiwi Farms, so it's like
because he has no principles either.
The enemy of my enemy
is my friend, and I'm gonna sure. And it's only like if there was another fucking Kiwi Farms that was doxing people, which by the way he's been a part of this type of stuff.
Is that users of the website kiwifarms.com had doxed me and publicly posted the address of my hotel room, the house that I used to live at, as well as the address of the elderly man in their attempt to find my address. I have been the target of an intense harassment campaign now for several months.
I don't even have the internet. What the fuck?
What are you
doing here? I don't know what Call of Duty.
What is the Kiwi Farm? A message board, or what does that mean?
What's the message board? Hey, I have a clothing line. That'd be great.
I have
Joshua
had
Moon,
friends
Joshua Moon, I'll put you into the moon.
I have had family doxed. I have had people even loosely associated with me doxed. But over the last month, things have been escalating.
Right.
On August 1st, my graphic artist who lives in Austin, Texas, was
Thanks for doxing him.
also the victim of a
Why
swatting
don't you say
attempt.
where he's from?
Because of all of the connections between this, it is all part of the same investigation.
It's all part of the
And the police are now monitoring my thread on Kiwi Farms very closely. Kiwi Farms is an online community of stalkers that torment and harass their victims so intensely. It led London, Ontario resident Julie Terryberry to take her own
fucking name like that. Who saw that coming? Terryberry? Jesus.
life on June 29th, 2016.
That's the dolphin emulator person, right?
The dolphin emulator?
Terryberry.
No.
Yeah.
I have already identified one London,
It's an emulator for video games. Leon Taylor. This is literally the movie Phone Booth. Sniper was the pizza guy.
A resident who regularly
Hey, look,
posts
Leon made a
my
funny
thread
joke.
on that
Hey,
website.
Thank you.
Go.
And I am scared that things are going to escalate into future violence against me. I know there are more people who live in my city who post in that thread and are trying to hurt me.
Dox them.
For my own safety, I am now living in Airbnbs. I'm having them rented out by a third party, and I am using a VPN to make it so no one can trace my IP address. I'm also using a green screen, so no one can match the furniture in the background to local listings and dox me again. I have essentially had to go into hiding for my own safety. I've invested in a portable streaming setup. So
I bet if it's true and they got into the sheets, I guarantee it wasn't some fucking op. It was like, I know that hotel. I worked there. I guarantee it. Guarantee. If she saw it.
Nick was saying it's probably some sort of metadata thing. Like, it wasn't the sheets. It was something about the picture.
Oh,
I don't understand how that works.
Yeah, I don't know how that works either. So Nick's probably right when it comes to that. So I'll leave it. But if it's, I tell you something. I think I have every right to question absolutely every word out of her fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Put all of my gear into a couple bags and take them with me anywhere I need to go and continue streaming. This way, I can keep myself safe and I do not have to give up on my career aspirations.
Being a professional douche.
Being a special proprietor of dead air.
Yeah. Hi, how are you doing? Yes, I think Rose Malay should burn in hell.
Wow, chat, that's really funny. Crickets.
Every couple stream.
I want to live with the constant fear of being located and having threats escalate against me, putting my life at risk, as well as the
I hope you get I hope that you get Josh fucking banned and Ethan Ralph doxes you.
the lives of people I care about. Using the money that was generously donated to me through GoFundMe, I am able to keep myself safe until I secure a new place to live.
Send more money.
I cannot thank you all enough for giving me this opportunity that so many other people
She's obviously reading a prompter. What a phony.
did not have. I have already hired a lawyer. I am consulting with another lawyer, and we are going over the possible legal routes that I can take in order to seek justice for myself. While there has been a lot of speculation on what I plan to do and who I plan to take legal action against, this is not something that I can say right now. When the time is right, I will go public. Until then, I am keeping the GoFundMe up, but
I'll bet. How much you want? I guarantee you she's not as transparent as Dankula was. Guarantee it.
Probably not.
donations towards
And I don't like. If you're for this and you want them down, and maybe you're the right, because there's some bad people over there, and I think that's an open discussion of what's going on. I'm not. I really want to know what laws they're breaking, because a lot of people are like, but they're doxing people. Well, you know, you can write somebody's fucking address in a newspaper in the country, and if a newspaper could do it, then possibly they're not breaking the law with you. I'm sure it depends. I don't know the legal aspects. But I always hear that doxing is illegal. And whenever I talk to a lawyer, they're like, not always depends. So, all right, if they broke the law, sure. But you're going to have to show me the statute going forward, because I don't really give a fuck about this lying hack. I don't want, all these things start out and they turn out, affecting other people that had nothing to do with it. And I don't think Keffals would have any problem going after others' free speech. I don't think she believes in other people's speech, and I don't think she believes people have the right to disagree with her.
From this point forward will be strictly towards the legal fund. Anyone who wants to donate to it can do so.
I want transparency.
And you will be given updates as legal actions progress. Seeking justice for myself and others will be a massive, lengthy, and costly undertaking. We need a war chest if we want to see future plans materialize.
She's an advocate.
I've had a lot of people reach out asking how they can donate since
slush fund.
Yeah.
The recent press coverage came out. If you wish to do that and have the money go directly to me instead of towards the legal fund, I have a Patreon that I use
I do, so think twice about the legal fund.
To pay the team that has helped
such
me
a
keep
joke.
myself safe for months. And I would deeply appreciate it.
Yeah, I
Police
bet.
Chief Williams of London Police Service has personally called me and apologized for the conduct of London Police Service during the swatting incident on August 5th. My threat on Kiwi Farms is now...
So what happened with that? Now, it's tough to... I don't believe anything she says, but she ended up getting arrested, actually detained, or
yeah, she was detained. She was taken to jail. While they investigated the situation, someone sent an email pretending to be her, saying they were going to go. They're going to go to school, go somewhere, and start shooting up like cis people or something. I don't know.
Right.
But they
actively
took it
monitored
seriously
by the police, and he has vowed to catch the swatter. I've been asked by multiple journalists from local and national media outlets how I feel about the response of Police Chief Williams on August 11th.
Hey, Tommy.
I told him that...
What?
Nixon waiting to call. You want to bring him in?
Sure. Spice this up. It's kind of a dead day. Hey, how are you?
Yeah, what's up, man?
I just wanted to kind of add on to that, because
Sure.
it's actually worse. Like, there's a lot of things to take shots at Keffals for here, but, like, she was advanced swatted. Like, this is a level of swatting I don't think we've previously
We haven't seen before? Okay.
Basically, I don't know if there was a robocall sent to police. I don't actually think there was. What I think happened was, based on the information I've seen, was that they contacted local politicians in her area and then like a location. And I believe that location then called the police. So it was a real person's voice on the other line thinking there was like a legitimate threat to human life. There was the actual...
well, look, I'm not talking about they don't need to catch these guys. When he starts getting, well, let's take down the board where it happened. That's where I'm getting a little hazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't disagree with any of that. Believe me, I had a lengthy conversation with somebody last night about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I talk, like, when people, like, it's definitely swatting, right?
Sure.
And I think that's a little worse because that kind of explains what happened because these people are Canadian. Now, you know the whole Ian Miles Chung thing. They don't kick down the door typically in Canada.
That's why before we go on with that, I don't believe I'm sure she was swatted. I never denied this entire case. I'm sorry. I'm not believing the details till I know they're true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but what we do know because of the police's statement is they did take her into custody.
They did take her into custody.
Like an
that is pretty high level.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
So you never hear that in swatting, and I believe that's because of the way they went about it, like going after the politicians and stuff like that. It would be something that had to be followed up on. Yeah. So she claims they were like dead naming her and like harassing her and stuff like that, and I kind of now understand how that happened because once the letter came out about the actual threat, like what was actually said to the politicians, that letter was signed with Keffals' previous name. Okay. So this name wasn't on any legal documents. It wasn't on any IDs. There's no reason why the police would know it, I assume.
No,
but they did know it.
No, that's not true. They would if she would have had to change her name if they had a birth certificate or something like that. That would have been her previous name. So and if that was that makes a little more sense. Yeah, you're right. But the fact that a lot of her changes probably came recently. If they have records on her,
no, not recently. She was transitioned very young.
Really?
Very
How
long.
old?
Yeah, as a minor, definitely.
Oh.
Yeah, she's post-op. She's been doing this.
She came from a very wealthy family that got her surgery overseas.
Like Malay was the same way. They're wealthy too. She
I didn't even know Rose was trans till this year.
Really?
We fought with her for like a whole year. I had no idea she was trans last year.
That's funny.
Did you guys you knew Rose Malay was trans when we fought with her the first time? I had no fucking idea Rose Malay was trans. Until that fucking random
you're buttering her up. She's like, oh my God, it worked.
Oh, no, I literally, dude, I'm on a stream, right?
Yeah.
And fucking me and Papa God are sitting here like, why did Stardust invite us to a stream about drag queens? What are we going to contribute to this fucking discussion? And I'm looking at the panel and I see like, wait, is that fucking Rose Malay? Yeah. So I start messaging. I'm like, you invited a troll, right? This person doesn't have any legitimate takes, right? She's like, oh no, I talked to her. She seems fine. Yeah, a week later, she's debating rape. She's saying that Russia's correct in the Ukraine conflict. Ukrainians. She talked to a Ukrainian whose family was hit with a missile. And she's like, I think the Russians are doing the right thing.
She said soldiers deserve to die. What did she say about soldiers?
Soldiers aren't heroes, they're murderers. My favorite is the people that are being raped. If they killed a person in self-defense, they should go to jail.
They go to jail. Yeah, it's pretty good troll.
Yeah, so she just went off the wall again, and I'm like, I warned you. Like, why did you?
Yeah. You're like, yeah, sure. But I mean, I think what I interviewed her on and the way she nailed Vach, I still think that's a legitimate point. Everything else, you're right. So
Also, we're shot from the point, Tommy. Like, we can have these people on it. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm arguing with.
Look, when she did
the Stardust.
I don't regret having her on. But when she did the soldier thing, I'm like, all right, no more recommendations. Go fuck yourself.
But this is how Mr. Girl came back, okay? Yeah. Everyone shit on him over here. And then Mr. Girl went to Twitch and they're like, wow, an intellectual. Like, bring him in the wall. And that's what happened with Rose, too, until they got
so
bit.
Funny.
Like,
oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, that's too funny.
This Keffals shit's crazy. I recommend, I sent Matt a link. Because Keffals is now targeting Cloudflare, the group that apparently doesn't even run the DDoS protection for Kiwi Farms.
Okay.
And now Keffals' fans are claiming that they're going to kill themselves if Kiwi Farms doesn't go down.
Yeah.
I don't think
and she's retweeting them.
I don't think that's going to work. I think that's going to be...
Something tells me that that's part of their plan.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think Kiwi Farms would be deterred by that.
Now, are they going to do it in public, like somebody with some balls? Or are they going to, how are they going to go about this?
This felt like a cult to me.
You
like
know what's fucking crazy? That's gonna backfire. So if they don't get it down, and one of those kids actually kill themselves, they're gonna go after her.
Yeah, and Keffals was tweeting
because
shit,
she
like,
was
if something
retweeting
happens
it.
to
That
me-
she's an idiot.
Yeah.
One of those kids off themselves. That's on her. She encouraged it.
Kiwi Farms is just going to be like, all right, mission accomplished, boys. We did it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. They're going to go after her. If she's using these fucking people and one of them are really that mentally disturbed, I actually think that's more on them. If they like, because it's cult-like. She's leading the charge.
I challenged Dylan on this last night because I knew he wouldn't have the take that I had, and I was saying, like, I don't understand how this is a person who's come to Augie and said, I don't want to be in drama, and then she declared war with Kiwi Farms like a week later, because it was actually to go after Destiny. Do you know the lore behind this? The reason why all of this is happening is because she wanted to release a document to attack Destiny, and she claimed that Destiny was working with Kiwi Farms, but to do that, she had to explain who Kiwi Farms was. So then she did a lengthy, like, deep dive segment into, like, alleged suicides from the website and stuff. Yeah. And then that's how she, like, attracted all of those people to, like, really start going after her. So after, like, she gets swatted, she's like, I'm terrified, I don't know what to do, I'm making a GoFundMe. And then she gets on stream and says that Null has, like, estrogen, that's why his bone structure is so weak, so he's probably like a closet trans person, and she's sitting on stream bragging about it. Then they dox her again, and she's just like, holy shit, guys, can't believe that happened. And then she gets on stream and starts bragging again.
She probably did it on purpose. This is probably the most press she's gotten in a while, but she's getting local press.
She's taking a lot of pot shots for somebody who's fleeing the country.
She's making a lot of money too.
Yeah,
she's going to fucking Europe.
Well, did you see that? Oh no.
Do you think they're going to stop doxing her when she gets to Europe?
No.
No.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I kind of got that when I was being briefed on this. I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what she wants. She's an advocate. Yeah. She's an advocate. She's a fucking grifting advocate.
She's an advocate for her. She's an advocate for herself.
Yeah. You ready for this, Tommy? She's made $97,910.
Unbelievable. Yeah, we're back at Gamergate days. This is what all the the Anita Sarkeesians did.
That's not true, Matt. She's made $97,000 in her legal fund. I bet if you go to her Patreon, it won't tell you how much she's made.
Sure.
I bet she's
made over $100,000 in a couple days.
Easily. Wow. Easily. I would.
Wow. So she's the new Anita Sarkeesian grift. That's what we're dealing with right here.
I mean, Brianna Wu's in her replies, so we're here.
We're there. Okay, there you go. All right, that's fucking funny.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you guys get back to it.
Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. No, really appreciate it.
No problem.
Thanks for straightening this out. Yep. All right, let's watch this. Yeah, I don't buy it.
That I would not be willing to accept.
I do want to make this clear. And these guys are doing this shit to her, even if it's just sending pizzas. If they're breaking the law, fuck them. Fuck them. You make videos on or do whatever, but but I'm sorry, I can't believe her fucking, because I'm sorry, this side of the aisle uses victimization to cash in. They stand on other people, and now people are threatening to commit suicide if they don't get what they want, and she's promoting it. God, you figure with her fan base, somebody's gonna do it. It's just law of averages. Yeah, I think you could hold her responsible, maybe not legally. Yeah, some fucking 16-year-old fucking trans kids off themselves? What does she think's going to happen? Oh, Kiwi Farms, look what you did to this person. They're going to say, you retweeted them. Ugh, somebody wakes up, some parent wakes up and their kid's got a fucking blood all over the goddamn floor and the bed because they slit their wrist. It's almost more on you. You encouraged it. You encouraged mass suicide. You better hope. She should probably come out and do an apology like in minutes, like yesterday, that was not a good idea. And she's not encouraging it. And she's not leading a suicide protest. She's leading a suicide protest. Holy fuck.
Kiwi Farms is just like, oh no.
You imagine being so childish, so like absent of ever achieving adulthood that you would think, all right, these kids are threatening to kill themselves in my Discord. Let's promote that because that means we'll shift the political pendulum in my area and not think about what comes after that. A suicide protest. You have teenage fans. How is that going to fly? And, oh, guess what? If any of those parents have money, you can kiss your little legal... or you're going to need another one. You're going to sue the fuck out of you.
Apology. Unless he and London Police Service are willing to work with me to the best of their ability in order to catch the swatter and also...
How are they going to work with you? What can you provide to find them?
People who provided all of the information that the swatter needed in order to mobilize the emergency response
the cops are going to take the
police service in an attempt to harm me.
Oh.
The chief of police said in a statement,
you have a better chance of getting banned in Canada.
Yeah.
That's a better chance goes with VPN to take care of that.
Statement that what I went through was shocking and traumatic, and I appreciate that he acknowledged that. Well, I'm still...
Although I do respect her right to protest the company hosting them. I do. I don't know if that qualifies as like cancel culture. I think that might be just legitimate protest against... it's definitely an organization that is passively allowing this stuff and making no effort to stop it. I don't know if it's legal or not. I don't know where where real harassment begins, where the First Amendment begins and real harassment ends. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but you could definitely say that it is. They do organize. I don't know what Josh's legal responsibility for that, if any. And something tells it probably comes down to different laws, both federal, state, and it comes to really different countries. But as far as, I don't know. I really can't speak out on it, but I do, in fairness, I do think she has every right to call if these things happen to her. I don't think it's just like he said, if they're doing shit to her, right? Actually doing shit. I think she's got every right in the world without being called a cancel culture person to say something needs to be done. Because maybe it does. I just don't know yet. I can't put my stamp. You can't get this Tommy C stamp of approval just yet.
Deeply upset at the conduct of some London Police Service officers, as well as the incidences of dead naming and misgendering.
Oh, shut up. Well, then take it up with the Supreme Court or whatever.
Wish to be antagonistic towards them if they are willing to show in a good faith effort that they will help bring the criminals to justice who not only swatted me, but provided all of the information needed to do so.
They're not investigating. They're not. This is, I guarantee this is over. Like how stupid is that to fucking go after the police? So she's probably either not getting her way or she's getting an abundance of help, but just being on the side of the aisle, she's still criticizing the cops. The cops could have called her up and said, we're doing this, we're doing that, we got this, we're going to work with you, blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much. The cops dead name me. How much?
They're dead name me.
Yeah, they dead name me. Or, thanks to the report, it's going in the pile. You can go grift if you want, but it goes in the pile for every other situation we got like this.
Right.
So I don't think the cops are doing as much. You can't believe a word out of this person's mouth.
So, I do not believe I would have gotten my possessions back in a few days had I not gone to the media. The lawyer who represented me while I was in custody told me that getting my possessions back was a process that could have taken months. I also do not believe I would have received an apology from the police chief had it not been for
don't you want to go to apology? You want to get these guys priorities fucked up.
All of the media coverage surrounding this incident.
However, well, if I get the police to apologize to me, that means I'm right.
Yeah,
right?
That's psychopath.
Service seems to be taking the threats against my life seriously. I am willing to work with them to the best of my ability.
No, translation to work with them. They do what I tell them. How much you want to bet?
The response to what happened to me has been overwhelming. There's been a tremendous outpouring of support, and news of what happened to me went international. Despite how much I've gone through, seeing all of that support made me feel significantly less alone during one of the most stressful periods in my entire life.
And why do you have to read this and have to speak from you? You can't speak from your heart? She's a robot.
Because it'll just be like 15-minute pauses in between each sentence.
Yeah, it's true. It's 10 minutes for a reason.
This is actually great. Like, this is the most she's ever talked before.
Oh, really?
I'm enjoying
She's
it.
a
Yeah.
talent.
Just want you all to know that I never plan to back down. I am never going to go away. I am going to continue fighting. Like I said in an interview with Global News, if they...
Let's copy this video, because I have a feeling this is going to be serious.
This is a big... Hold on, Tommy. Listen to this. This is big. What she's about to say.
Oh, really?
really want to stop me, the next time, they better manipulate the police into pulling the trigger. Because I am going nowhere. If you are a journalist or a legal professional and interested in more details, I have left a press kit in the description that has a lot of invaluable information regarding this incident.
I bet it is.
We need as many people as possible to see this story, because it is the only way to seek justice for myself, as well as the countless others who do not have a platform to fight back with. Kiwi Farms is operated with impunity because they are relatively unknown outside of the internet. We need as many people as possible to know who they are if we plan to fight back against them. That's why I need every single person who has watched this video to share the video.
As much as I hate that website, I would never support her. And I have a feeling we're going to find out. How much money do you want to bet the doxers are using a VPN too? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And to spread the word.
Yeah, but she's talking to people who don't know anything.
But did you heard what she said? She's like, if you want to stop me, you should basically kill me. Is it? She basically said that. Yeah, I guess,
but it's just saber.
It's like Batman shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can only fight back if we make this both a national and an
She's not talking to us. She's talking to idiots that would kill themselves over this.
International discussion. This is the only way that you can help me, as well as honor people like Julie Terryberry, Chloe Segal, and David Kirk-Ginder, who took their own lives because of the harassment from this heinous website.
How come they didn't mention the guy, the video game guy that got...
I think that's one of the names, right?
No.
How many names?
No, I don't think... What did he say? Let's see those names again.
Is Terry Berry...
Terry Berry.
Lives because of the harassment from this heinous... David Kirk-Ginder, who took their own lives.
No, she would never... What about that one, not Brianna Wu, the other broad? The one that started Gamergate. What was her name? She went out and said she got sexually harassed and the guy offed himself.
Oh, yeah, well that wasn't because of Kiwi Farms.
No, but my point is she didn't throw that in. That's her side, getting people to kill themselves. That's why. That was just a joke.
Because of the harassment from this heinous website. Because I know the owner of Kiwi Farms is going to watch this video, I have a couple of words for Joshua Moon.
Uh-oh.
Joshua, you are complicit in making multiple people commit suicide. You have made...
Sounds like you are too! You know?
Enemies everywhere.
You're encouraging it, dipshit.
The legacy you are going to leave behind in this world is one of
He doesn't give a rat's monkey's ass.
Creating and operating a platform that for nearly a decade has tormented countless people. One day, you are going to get sloppy, and your entire life is going to collapse like a house of cards.
Well, it's just, who would give money to this nut? So it's just a revenge mission from her. She's an advocate for herself. You know, you're right. You know, like I thought, like I was gonna sort of correct Nick, and it's like, no, this is about a trans right thing, but no, I'm wrong. This is just about her. Psychopath.
Yes.
And when that day comes, no one will be there to help you.
You don't know that. There's a lot of psychos on his side of the fucking fence too. So if you ask me, this is a psycho showdown. This is the internet psycho showdown. Who will win? Yeah. No one will be there. What do you mean? And why are you threatening him like that? It's so like childish. Dummy. What else we got? We got the.
All right.
I guess we got some tweets since after.
Yeah, I got some of the Keffals stuff, the recent stuff.
Kiwi Farms is a cancer and features doctors and done as a right-wing figures. It's okay if you're doing it. They also are the home to the New Zealand Christchurch shooter, among other illuminati. I thought he was 4chan. This tweet is dumb as hell. Oh, it's Ethan Ralph.
Yeah. It's Ethan Ralph. He's quote tweeting Annie No.
Far left activist. That's exactly what she is. That's what I was going to argue with Nick. She's a far left activist, but it's really is mostly about her. Send me money if you want to send me money directly, and not the most important part. My legal can't send it to me directly.
Right.
Far left activists trying to get keyboard pros kicked off the internet. The internet forums site featured threads of photos, information about anti-Fa moments, far left extremists, which they do too. Yeah. I can't believe you made me say that. Hi, the kite traveling to North Sentinel Island to show the tribe Keffals video so they can get on with the program and fight Kiwi Farm. Oh, there you go. Anyone's interested, I'm organizing a protest in front of Cloudflare. Well, this is kind of stupid from Andy No's point of view. She has every right to, but it turns out Cloudflare has nothing to do with this.
That's what Nick was saying.
All right, so let's say in principle, I support the protest. She has every right to protest.
Yeah, it's not that Cloudflare doesn't have nothing to do with this. It's just she's trying to get Cloudflare to drop them because that protects Kiwi farms from DDoSing. But what Nick is telling me is Cloudflare is not doing that. So,
and fucking Josh, he's doing it himself. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, probably. This will go. Infamous host of the Kill Stream. Fuck it, that's pathetic. It's too funny too. What else we got? Same shit. How did we get? What's this horse shit? Hi, Uber support. My account was hacked and I had a password and email change. Hundreds of dollars worth of food showed up on my doorstep. Can you please mention me so I can remove the payment info? I wouldn't mind food. This
is a lot of food too.
Is it a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, I imagine. Slurpee and some sushi? That sounds good.
Yeah, exactly.
I can remove my payment info and hacked and reimbursed. Oh, God. Oh, really? She got hacked. But you think she'd be careful? You think she wouldn't have two-way?
Yeah.
If it gets traction, I will personally fly from Canada to the protest. God. Not an ounce of fucking... Maybe she isn't a plant. Like if you were going to plant somebody, you would plant, like, somebody with personality.
Someone with charisma.
Yeah, with any kind of charisma. Maybe I'm way off on that one. What's up, Fly the Cloudflare? So Cloudflare, yeah, for all I know, he's doing his own DDoSing service. They probably just want to DDoS him.
That's what the theory is.
Yeah, they just want to DDoS him. That's an odd thing to go after the DDoSing service. Wouldn't you go after the host?
Yeah, I guess. I'm not too familiar with that.
Let's keep him from being DDoS? Really? I can't wait to... Josh's stream is going to be fucking off the meat hook, huh?
Yeah.
Because he'll do it. He'll do it. He's... And believe me, he's smarter than her.
Yeah.
Josh's days probably... I will say this, though, in some sense. Keffals is encouraged swamping. Keffals sponsors a website, do-it-to-yourself hormone therapy. Keffals' friend... Has she encouraged swatting before? I don't know. I have to figure
she said, I think she told someone, I hope you get swatted, but I don't think it was
That's
serious.
That's encouraging swatted. The do-it-yourself hormone replacement therapy. She does do that. I do wonder about the legalities of those shits, but whatever. You know, Jesus Christ, you can't fucking say COVID's bullshit, but you fucking do that. I mean, Keffals' friends, Bob Posting runs a website that sensitizes hormones in their bathtub, teaches minors how to do it themselves. Yeah, I really do wonder if that's illegal, but what do I know? I'm just an idiot. Keffals and Company in business of peddling life-altering chemicals. I don't know. See, I don't know if any of this shit's true. I'm not reading it. Fucking whatever. Go read it yourself. Go read it yourself. Let's take calls.
Wait, I do have Def Noodles news. You want that?
Yeah. I want to take calls. Fill it up. Let's take them, and then we'll do the after show.
Just a quick update on Def Noodles. I just sent it to you.
Let me see here. Def Jesska Pizzle. Too funny. I love that, Jesska.
Well, Jessica Pizzle and Salvo Pink.
Okay. Let's see. Salvo, book me. It's Salvo Pancakes. I'll be for the roast. Okay, let me know. We're doing the show on September 2nd. Really? We'll schedule you against me, letting you know I'll be there.
Yep.
It might be funny.
Salvo's planning on going, so we might have a one-on-one between Salvo and Def.
Might be funny. Mo Shackle.
Yeah.
A little stupid to say Mo Shackle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when you get famous, you're gonna bring it up later. You know, and he's like,
well, I mean, he doesn't. Yeah, that's true, but I mean, his Twitter's got yeeted, so I guess he just went with that.
Yeah, because he hates Jews.
He hates Ethan Klein. So I don't know.
Well, I'm blocked. Wait a minute, I blocked him. Wait, I never blocked
Blocked
him.
who?
Def Noodles? I never blocked him. I never blocked this guy. Oh,
sure
this is the other account. Yeah, I probably did. All right, good. Oh, this is the other account. I don't know. Why would I do that? Why did it block Def Noodles? Bizarre. No Shackle. All right. Formerly in America's Bad Boy. Let's see. What's the second one? He unblocked me in the other account. Oh, maybe it's he blocked me. I blocked him. That's probably that kind of thing. And it was during when I only had the one account. Yeah. Okay.
I want to. You just reminded me of something that you said during the roast, because it was somebody who was heckling in the back, and they yelled something. You said something about the drama, and they were like, "Oh, you said, oh, you love the drama. I can tell you're a troll or whatever." And the person was like, "Yeah, I love the drama. You get used to it." Or, she didn't say that she got used to it or something.
No, she told him to get used to it.
Yeah,
that's what you should get used to it.
You should be used to it.
She said you should get you got. She said what she said is you got to get used to it.
Yeah.
Like if it was something to get acclimated to, like
it's something
a
normal,
boiling frog or some.
He's a trauma tuber.
Yeah, they're talking about Jesska, by the way.
Yeah. Like this is so that's unacceptable to get acclimated. These guys. I can't believe you made me say that. Mr. Butt Savage, Salvo would just sit this one out. Def Noodles was already defeating himself, so he didn't even try. Good point. So she heckles him, calls him get used to it. He tells the drama YouTuber to get used to the drama, and they're like, that's unacceptable. That would be like me saying, like, Mama Max can't make a video on me or something, or fuck.
Shit, right? And it was just like, bro, I looked at everybody else, and everyone else in the crowd was just like, this bitch is crazy. You know, because it's just like,
it's funnier.
Like, no one lives off of hate like that. Like, you're making hate.
Yeah. Oh, it's hate. It's hate with that. Yeah.
I'm a your business, and you seen the way, bro. She was boofed out. Like this girl was boofed the fuck out. She was cracking these Joker style like smile.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! I saw that clip. Get the fuck out of here. Guys are
but he's right. She's the Joker. The fucking boofed out. Like that's how she looks.
Yeah, well,
she's got a crazy face.
Yeah, she does have a crazy face. Yeah, but they're trying to make it she's actually psycho. She's fucking. Like, somebody goes. I to be honest with you, her not being able to pay attention to fucking Salvo was funnier than anything I fucking saw these guys did. These guys haven't told one joke.
She was running up and down. You could tell like she was looked like
on something. Is that what you want to say? Probably. She might be right.
Allegedly, she could have been. And I was just like, all right, man.
He wants to say she was on something.
This woman's off the chain.
Yeah. But that's the whole thing. Like, drama isn't something that, like, nobody realistically in the real world.
You got to get used to it.
In the real world.
It's not the real world. You're a public figure, stupid.
Nobody wants drama in their life.
Bother me. Oh, that's right. I'm tougher than everybody. Forgot.
Yeah.
No, I don't want drama in my life, though, in fairness. But that's a public event. You're presenting it's the Def Noodles roast. So I think that's fair game for hecklers.
Well, why is he playing the bad guy and talking shit to people if he doesn't want drama? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had his own roast, and people came over to fuck with him.
Yeah.
You know, and then nobody could fuck with each other because they're all a bunch of lefties. You can't say what's on your mind, and the whole thing sucked. It wasn't funny at all.
Yeah.
Just some
like,
fucking
if you don't want drama, why go back and forth with Papa Gut? Why do a spaces with everybody and talk to Nick and all this shit? Why do any of this if you don't want drama?
They really believe their own bullshit. bullshit about how the world works.
Yeah. Hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
Murahara is going to the next roast.
Now, I disavow, and I'll tell you why. They're going to make him famous. They're going to rehabilitate him.
Yeah, it's actually going to be something good if he goes there.
Yeah, what if
he's
going?
He's
going.
going.
They should give him the mic and he should just stand there like a nervous Indian kid.
Yeah, I said you he answered him on Twitter.
What if they go and Def Noodles just knocks it out of the park and beats the roast the fuck out of him?
They might actually make it good.
It's impossible. He's a no talent. I think you should bring that fucking loud white girl back. Now they're bringing talented people. And Jessica Pizzle, I don't know if she's probably not talented or not, but she's definitely funny.
She's loud.
She's fun to be around. I bet she would be great. I wish she wasn't married. I don't know. Let's take calls.
All right.
Mural, you're on the air. Mural.
Hello, Tommy. I just want to say, what the hell is Keffals thinking? Is she trying to have a little?
She's not. She's an idiot.
Gate mode?
She's an idiot.
Yeah,
and if I had to guess, she's been using the suicide thing so much, probably for herself, that she didn't see any fucking problem with promoting other people threatening to kill themselves so they don't get their own fucking way.
Honestly, it reminds me of a Jim Jones style cult. It really does.
Well, now we're reaching that level. We can't get our own way. I mean, they didn't get their own way. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
But the thing is, from what I've seen this entire drama, is that she, I mean, I don't really have much, I don't mean to sound nuclear, but I don't have much sympathy for her. Like, what the hell was she thinking? She's going after a website which has people that are absolutely nuts. The people.
All right, that's a double-edged sword. For optical reasons, I would agree with you, but she has every right to make videos. But yeah, there is a certain amount of heat you take back. So if I go at somebody, I know there's a certain amount of heat that gets back. But see, this is where I think she's an actual advocate. She's probably an anti-free speech advocate, and so she's. I think she's an advocate. This is the test run. So yeah, I don't know. I don't get fucking sidetracked with all that stuff. That's like, Willie Mack saying, it's so soft now. That's not what they're trying to do. They're trying to take over. And while you're sitting around saying shit was different 6 years ago, why can't it be the way now? They're taking shit and they're banning people and silencing people. So
I mean, yeah, absolutely. And this is also one of the reasons why I get so pissed off with the free speech advocates, because anytime we make a tiny little win,
yeah,
we sit back and we just go, we ain't gonna lose this.
Or a tiny mistake. You make a tiny mistake, then it's almost easier to be an anti-speech advocate than it is, because you can't make any mistakes.
It's the mainstream. It's the mainstream opinion. All these big celebrities.
What was it? Elon Musk? He wants a free speech platform, but he fired somebody who spoke out against him. Like, well, that's not what we're talking about here.
Yeah, no. I think Keffals. I personally think the way. I mean, I think you've probably saw my comments in your chat saying that Keffals kind of comes off. So, this little green screen video she made comes across as the old Osama bin Laden videos.
Yeah, and I think also I think somebody told her to do that because it wasn't very well thought out. And if she is somebody, I can't believe nobody said to her, you can't retweet those kids if they're threatening to kill themselves. That could fall right on you. Right on you.
Yeah.
What's the answer to that? Well, I'm not telling them to kill themselves. I'm just retweeting their threats to kill themselves. What the fuck?
I mean, I was saying to Matt in one of the spaces about how some dramas are a bit more exaggerated, so some people will hype them up.
Sure.
This seems to be one of them.
This feels like one. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
you seem pretty fucking on the money.
She's definitely playing it up, but there's no way. I
don't think she's got an honest bone in her body. She looks like a psychopath.
Yeah, I think she's kicking.
She has
I think she's kicking
soulless
the
eyes, and she doesn't seem very smart either. All right, I got a Jessica Pizzle's a chick, so I'm getting rid of you. Bye. Jessica Pizzle, you're on the air with your boofy face. Whatever. What does a boofed out mean anyway? What does that mean?
Cracked out.
Yeah, you don't pay attention very well. You know that?
Who, me?
No.
What?
You don't pay attention when people talk to you. You don't pay attention when people talk to you. You're all over the place.
I pay attention when they're saying something smart and interesting.
Smart. So let me get this straight. When you were talking to Salvo Pancakes, he was going nah, 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 and you just couldn't be bothered to listen to that because they sound like directions that you couldn't follow.
He was telling me he was telling me to do a bunch of shit, and I was busy talking to somebody else. So he was.
Well, that's when you're a correspondent that talking to somebody else and getting distracted.
I wasn't
So what were you calling in for?
So stupid.
What were you calling in for? What were you calling in for? What did you call in for?
Well, I was calling in for something else, but now you've got me all distracted.
No, what did you call in Salvo for? We'll get to whatever you wanted to. What did you call in Salvo?
Because he was asking me to call in.
Said, what do you think he wanted you? What do you think he wanted you to do?
To ask people, he wanted me
So
to
you
ask
couldn't follow any directions. You realize how funny that was?
But I wasn't calling in to be a correspondent for him to ask.
Again, I'll go back to the other question. I'm talking to my wife here.
Wasn't to interview a bunch of people.
All right. So why did you call in?
Huh?
I'm going to ask the question I already. So why did you call in? What was the intention?
Say, yeah, this is what's going on.
This is what's called a woman loop. All right.
And he wanted me to ask questions of him.
Exactly. So that's why you called in.
That's not why I.
So you didn't call in to call in questions to ask questions, but you called in to ask questions.
No, I called in because he asked me to call in. He didn't ask me to call in.
What do you think he wanted you to call in for? This is a woman loop. We're in a woman loop.
Just to give him a little information of what's going on, not to ask people questions or to harass Steve.
Then why did you say I can't do that? I'm too afraid.
Huh?
Why did you say, look, I'm not doing that shit?
Why the fuck would I say that?
Man, I bet you drive your husband crazy. You drive your husband berserk, don't you?
She didn't want to get memed on, Tommy. I can answer it.
Really?
Yeah,
wait a minute. She didn't want to get memed on. She called Salvo Pancakes and a Def Noodles roast. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, she didn't want to be the person afraid. She didn't want to show fear.
No. So Salvo already knew that I had my earbud in from other conversations that we had.
I'd say.
And how am I supposed to correspond and do an interview with I already told him twice that I just had my cell phone.
I didn't see that. I didn't see
Salvo
that.
asked a question. You asked that question to the person. That's a correspondent.
I've never done this shit before.
You look nervous as hell. Oh, don't worry. It's the best part of the show. I gotta be honest with you.
Man.
Yeah, great.
But also, I find it funny that the drama YouTuber is who will sit there and shit talk everyone and get him, and he loves the drama, is all of a sudden.
But you crossed the line by heckling him. Yeah, I know.
And my heckles weren't even that fucking bad. I could have easily been like, boo, suck, and just interrupted every fucking moment of his show.
I wish you would have.
Easily.
Yeah, next time.
Well, see, the thing is, when I treat others as they treat me. So
who cares? Don't give me that crap.
Was cool with, no bullshit. Tell me one person that I went after.
I don't care. It just makes you sound like you're virtue signaling. I don't care if you treat people others. Do something funny. Yeah. Who cares?
Well, but I mean, that's just the kind of that's just the person. I'm not gonna be mean. Like at first, I wasn't gonna be mean to Steve, but now he can't keep my fucking name out of his fucking mouth.
All right. Well, you love it. You like it. You like it. Who cares?
He was cool with me each and every time we talked. Me and Steve.
Yeah.
Def Noodles, I tried to talk to him.
Why is that a surprise? He's a complete phony on the internet. Of course, he's gonna be nice to your face.
Lord. He was perfectly nice.
All right. Why did you call in initially? Let's get to that. And believe me, I'm taking more calls.
The Salvo Pancake show initially?
That was why you called in. I distracted you, so I want to get the original reason. Yeah.
Well, I was calling in initially to bitch about the fact that they really are bitching about my quote-unquote heckles.
You love
when really what it was I was boosting up the fucking boring-ass show.
Yeah. That's what you're saying. All right. Well, I think what you did was funny. I think the fact that you can't follow directions and... Do you work, or are you you're a housewife? And that's not an insult. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a housewife.
No, I work.
Oh.
I want to be a housewife. Really
you want to be a housewife? You fucking tell that man to make more money.
He's working it out. He's
really?
supposed to get a huge
So you can
raise in
sit there.
September.
You can sit there and fucking run around and do stupid shit in L.A.
Yeah.
The second Def Noodles
I wanna
roast
be a-
battle tickets go on sale
If
today,
I
September
could stay at
2nd.
home and cook and clean all fucking day,
Did
I
you
would
have a
be
fake
happy.
ticket? I heard you had a fake ticket. Is that true?
Allegedly, the only reason why I'm going for I don't want to get.
Were you removed by security? Were you removed by security?
Huh?
Were you removed by security?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
No. So what happened was when I went up there, my quote unquote ticket wasn't scanning, and so then he was
'Cause it was fake.
You know, like,
It didn't scan 'cause it was fake.
And then I showed him my my quote unquote email confirmation, and then he took
Because
me
it was
to the other
fake.
guy, and
It was
just
fake.
like,
You put some other fucking QR code in there, didn't you? Yes.
Answer the question.
yes, yeah, but
It's a question.
then the other security guy was like, just let her in, and then we parked on the street, so there was a meter, so I went outside to go feed the meter because Def Noodles was late, and when I got back, Scott was like, oh, I can't
The
believe
show
it.
started late? He had the balls to show up late?
He showed up super late.
How late?
So the show was supposed to start at 8. We didn't even get into the door. The door didn't open until like 8:10.
Well,
And then it didn't even start until almost 9.
what would keep him? It's just fucking stand up. Oh god, he's
Probably technical difficulties. Probably he had a hard time getting set up. Like he
probably didn't give enough time to get set up prior, or maybe they wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
That happens too. When I was in a band, they do that to you. All right, Jessica.
Yeah.
I hope you got everything in. Thanks for the call. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I did. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. She's a sweetheart. That girl's good. I would never let that girl become a housewife. She'd be fucking everything up. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know what your name is. Murd, whatever. What do you need?
Murder Pala.
How can I help you?
Murder Pala. Hello?
I hate this guy. I hate you.
Android?
Is he Android? No, he's not even.
No, he's not even on Android. Hey, talk.
You jerk off. Bye. Green Man, go.
How come all the feminists are unfuckable?
I don't know. Maybe you should. I don't know. I'm not in the game anymore. I checked out in 2012. I did make a brief retirement, and I checked out again in 2011.
That woman looks like she was made in a lab, and she's a cross between Anita Sarkeesian and a pigeon.
Yeah, because I don't know. Feminists are definitely unfuckable for the most part. Actually, when Anita was younger, she was good looking. I think she's 40 now, right?
That's what happened. She got bitter with age, and she started to hate men because they stopped fucking her because she realized she had no character.
I've always wondered if she actually did hate men or anything, if the whole thing was one big rip, because she was involved. If you were like, I remember when they were going after her, she was on those. Do you get these in the UK, Scotland? These infomercials. She used to do those infomercials. I think she's a fucking huckster from day one.
Green Man left.
She was a huckster. Let's take Agmore. He's competent to talk. He just doesn't really have anything interesting to say. Agmore, you're on the air.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, sir.
So, I'm great. I'm wonderful. So, I have a problem that would solve all this. All right. I think Def Noodles needs to get hit by a Mack truck.
Yes.
And I think it needs to be a big one.
That's
a
my
huge
line.
one.
A Met line.
Somebody needs to lean out the window and just call him a faggot and just.
What is the matter with you? What are you trying to get me fucking banned or something? Fucking. Somebody send you here? What did I do? I pissed out. Did I fuck your sister or something and not know it? I mean, what did I do to you?
What? You fuck sister runs with wolves.
Oh.
Sure, what? You can say the F word on YouTube. I don't care.
Yeah, I do. What do you want? Yeah, but you got to use it in a funny way. You can't just throwing out the F slur. You got to be creative with it.
What? I didn't just throw it out.
Yeah, you did. What else? What else is on your mind, sir?
I think that shit with Keffals is fucking crazy, man. I don't know. I think she's that kind of trans person that's kind of in it for the money and not really.
She's not really
in
trans.
it for the. Kind of fake. Kind of like all the other political people on fucking YouTube and Twitch.
Is she full op?
I think so.
If she's full op, she's committed. And I ain't gonna take that fucking away from her. That
Yeah,
takes-
no. I'm
You
not
cut
trying
your own
to say
dick off, man.
she's post op.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
You have there's an ounce of respect I have for you. That's commitment.
I always wanted to know if you are a post-op trans person, right? Do you get phantom dick pains?
How many dick pains do you get? I don't get, like somebody kicks me in the dick. I mean, that's what
Well, no, like when I'm missing a leg, right? I get phantom limb pain.
Do
like
you
my
really?
leg.
Is that real?
Yeah, you can move your toes and shit. Yeah, so I'm
It's
thinking
a
like,
thing.
like you wake up, you're post-op, right? You've been post-op for like 6 months. You go to the bathroom. You accidentally try to whip your dick out because you're just used to it,
Alright.
and then you're like, oh fuck, I don't have a dick anymore. Down.
So kind of like Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid, right?
Something. Like
Yeah.
that. I think we're gonna end it. I do want to. Agmar, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. I do want to end. No jokes here. I have it's kind of a special dedication out there, and I'll just put it out there for you all. Let me get this because I God forbid I did something stupid and screwed this up. One of our fans, Radtad 94, and I'd lost her mother. And he asked me if I would, just kind of say something about her mom. Apparently his mom was pretty young. She had succumbed to cancer over the weekend. He actually let me know about only a month or two ago the diagnosis was dire. And I just thought it would be nice for us as a Shot from Point community to show some love to Radtad 94 and send our deepest condolences from the entire Shot from the Point team, and hopefully some love from you guys as well. Rat had some very nice things to me. A lot of you guys write me and he said, I got you through rough times, which is, I don't take compliments very well. But somebody says I got them through hard times, I'm expecting them to ask for money right after that, to be honest with you. But I would say more than 90% of you are sincere. And again, we send our condolences to Teresa and her family. I'm sure you'll be missed very much, and our love from the Shot from the Point community. I just thought I'd do that, and we'll say goodbye. Anything else, Matt?
No, that's all I got.
That's all you got. That's all right.
The good donation right there. Cutting your dick off takes balls. I agree.
We got to go back to the donation of the day. We really, really do. Somebody's got to screenshot that shit. What else? We are going straight to Thursday. We'll be on today's Tuesday. We'll be on Wednesday and Thursday. Again, I have doctor's appointments. I got all sorts of stuff going on. Yes, I will be streaming. Yes, I will be streaming Glory Hunters if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. I think only one scheduled, but there could be another one. You can catch me out over there. And we'll be going and doing an after show right now. So thank you guys so much for your support and all that other happy horror shit. Lots of love to Teresa, Radtad, and her family. And we'll see you. See you tomorrow.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones. 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe, here's a headlock.
Shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. Really?
Really?